Hey everyone, welcome back to another anime review. This is, as I promised, my review of Bleach Season 2. Okay, so Bleach Season 2 picks up exactly where Bleach Season 1 left off, of course. Alright, Ichigo, Chad, Orihime, and Uryu and Yoruichi have entered the Soul Society. Cat form Yoruichi, of course, has entered the Soul Society to basically go and save Rukia. However, it's going to be a lot more difficult than they think. Okay, they enter the Soul Society through the West Rukon District. Now, the Rukon District in the Soul Society is the largest section of the Soul Society. Alright, and it's split up into 4 sections, basically. The West, East, North, and South Rukon District. And all those sections are split up altogether into like 76, I believe, different, even smaller sections. Alright, in which the 76th section is the poorest and the first section is the richest, although compared to the Serete, which is the other section of Soul Society where the Soul Reapers reside, it's still pretty poor, okay? Alright, the 76th Rukon District is actually where Rukia and Renji grew up at as childhood friends before they entered the Serete and became Soul Reapers to seek a better life for themselves, okay? So, yeah, when they enter the Soul Society, this is what's known as the Soul Society arc, which actually takes up 2 seasons of the anime, okay? And manga, technically. Alright, they find a lot of Soul Reapers in this arc, like Captain Kenpachi Zaraki, Captain Byakuya Kuchiki, Vice Captain Renji Abarai, Captain Mayuri Kurosuchi, and lots of others that they have to fight, alright? Renji Abare is the vice captain of Squad 6. He used to be one of the seeded members of Squad 11 under Zaraki, but now he's the vice captain of Squad 6 under Byakuya Kuchiki. Alright, and before I talk about any of the characters, I guess I should talk more about the Zanpakuto. The Zanpakuto, basically, the Zanpakuto and Soul Reaper are basically 2 halves of the same soul, in a sense. Alright, Zanpakuto can have up to a total of 2 releases. Its first release is known as Shikai. Alright, and its second release is known as Bankai. It's said that Soul Reaper must normally take up to 10 years in order to achieve Bankai level. Alright. For example, Renji Shikai is known as Zabimaru, which turns his sword into a giant many-bladed sword, okay, that extends to great distances. And his Bankai is known as Hihio Zabimaru, which basically turns his Zanpakuto into a giant dragon-type thing, I guess, for battle, alright? However, the bigger the Bankai is, the longer it'll take to master. Another character is Squad 6 Captain Byakuya Kuchiki of the Noble Kuchiki House. By the way, there's 4 noble houses in the Soul Society: the Kuchis, the Shihoins. I don't remember what the other 2 are, though I don't think it mentioned them. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, definitely the Kuchis and the Shihoins are up there, though. And yeah, basically, Byakuya's Shikai is known as Senbon Zakura. What happens is he flips his Zanpakuto upside down, he drops it, it phases to the ground, and then that's his Bankai. He holds it up like this, activates it using the word scatter, and it basically, his sword turns into tons of tiny petal-looking things, which are actually millions of tiny petals, which are actually blades. microscopic blades, and he uses them to attack. His Bankai is just a variation of this. It's known as Senbon Zakura Kageyoshi, where he phases his sword to the ground blade first, and then he's able to use a lot more blades, and it's a lot faster, a lot stronger, and everything. Okay, and stuff like that. In order to become captain, you must achieve both Shikai and Bankai. Okay, except for Kenpachi Zaraki, who doesn't even know the name of his Zanpakuto. Yeah, he doesn't even know the name of his Zanpakuto. And is in Shikai, though, because the spirit energy is so great, he can't seal his Zanpakuto away, so it's in his eternal Shikai form. Kind of like Ichigo. Ichigo's the same way, it's in his eternal Shikai form. Ichigo's Shikai is known as Zangetsu. His Bankai is known as Tensa Zangetsu. Okay? So yeah, I could talk about so many of the new characters, but I can just never do it justice, okay? There's so many creative characters in this arc, in this season. Like there's Squad 8 Captain Shunsui Kyoroku, and his Shikai, which we never learn his Bankai even to this point in the manga, but his Shikai is known as Katen Kyokotsu, and its ability basically is that, which we don't actually learn his true ability till much later on, but its ability is basically that it allows him to turn children's games into reality in a sense, and it has several different games, which it's kind of complicated, too complicated for me to actually explain though. Okay, and you have characters like the head captain Shigekuni Genryusai Yamamoto, and we don't actually learn his Shikai till season 3 though, which is near the end of this arc, but basically his Shikai is known as Ryujin Jaka. His Zanpakuto is known as the strongest of all the single Zanpakutos, which basically constitutes flames. The anime's never revealed his Bankai, at least not thus far. This current arc's revealed it, but that's only in the manga, obviously. At least for now. So, yeah. There's a lot of interesting characters, like I just said. There's Squad 13 Captain Jushiro Ukitake, who actually has illness, but he's still really strong as a captain. Alright, we never learned his Bankai even to this day, but his Shikai is known as the Sogyo no Kotowari, which is really strong. Okay, there's Soifone, who used to be the subordinate of Yoruichi Shihomin, because Yoruichi used to be the captain of Squad 2, and Soifone was her subordinate. Now with Yoruichi exiled, which I'll talk about in just a second, Soifone is the captain of Squad 2, and the Punishment Force, and the Stealth Force, okay? And her Shikai is known as Suzume Bachi, which basically puts a blade on her middle finger, and when she strikes people with it 2 times in the same spot, they'll instantly die. Excuse me. Yeah, that's pretty handy. Of course, we don't learn her Bankai till much later on either. Now, for Kisuke and Yoruichi. Kisuke and Yoruichi, and Tessai actually, have all been exiled over 100 years ago from the Soul Society. The reason being is which we don't actually learn we don't learn why they're exiled, why they were exiled till season 3 and just at the end of the arc, but we learn that Kisuke used to be the captain of Squad 12 and actually originally started the Department of Research and Development. Mayuri took over after he was exiled. Right, he was incredibly brilliant. He created lots of things, including the hollowification, which he had to put Ichigo through in order to give him his powers back, which turned him into a Vizard, which we don't actually learn what a Vizard is till quite a bit later on in the series, okay? And yeah, so I know I'm just jumping all over the place here, but there's so much that happens, and I still need to review season 3, which I honestly think is probably is even better than this one. So yeah. So this was really fun. Thankfully, the art style is fixed now. Thank fucking Lord. The animation isn't that great again. That's another downside again. Except for the fight between Ichigo and Byakuya. I thought the animation, it wasn't perfect there, but it was pretty good though, I must admit. Okay. The two opening themes that are presented here, D Techno Life by Otherworld and Ichini no Hana by High and Mighty Color. I love them both. I don't know which one I love more. I probably love the High and Mighty Color song more. Okay, but honestly, I think they're both really great, and the endings are really great. As well. Okay. Yeah, and of course the soundtrack inside is really good as well. This is the introduction of the main battle theme of the series, number 1 by Hazel Fernandez, which of course is a really epic, heart-pounding song that really gets you moving and whatnot. It really gets you into all the action. So, yeah. That's basically pretty much all I have to say. I really enjoyed it. Honestly, I'll probably mention this in my review of Season 3 as well, but the Soul Society arc, I honestly think, is probably my favorite arc in the entire series. Well, it's probably one of my favorite arcs, shonen arcs, period. Probably in the top 3. Alright, probably tied only with the Piccolo arc from Dragon Ball Z, or probably up there only with the Piccolo arc from Dragon Ball Z and the Invasion of Pain arc from Naruto Shippuden. I'm dead serious. It's that fucking good to me, okay? Those 3 are probably my 3 favorite shonen arcs ever. And if I decide to do a top 10 favorite shonen arcs ever, you'll probably get those 3 at the very top. I just need to decide which one I like, which order they'd be in. Oh. So, yeah. Okay. That's basically it. All I have to say about this season. It was really good. It's really fast-paced. You'll learn a lot about the Soul Society in this about the Soul Society, about Soul Reapers, about Kyo, about Zanpakuto, about a lot in this one arc. Okay? Of course, I do want to talk about Sosuke Aizen first, before I end this review, because he is the main villain for the majority of the series, okay? Sosuke Aizen used to be the lieutenant of Squad 5 under Shinji Hirako, which we don't actually see Shinji for a while yet. Well, anime-wise, manga-wise, right after this arc you see him, of course. But now he's the captain of Squad 5. And he'd been planning to overthrow the Soul Society for many years. We don't actually see the true extent to his plan, and I don't want to spoil what he does reveal for you, but oh my god, it's absolutely fucking brilliant. Really it is. He's probably one of the most intelligent villains in any anime or manga I've ever seen. Ever. He's really that intelligent. He thought so far ahead and almost fucking won. I mean, he escaped the Soul Society without being capped so much as scratched. He almost fucking won. That's partially because of his Shikai, which is known as Kyoka Suigetsu, or complete and total hypnosis, which allows him to make things seem as large or small as he wants his enemies to view them. For example, he could make a mosh seem like make a dragonfly seem like a actual dragon, or a mosh seem like a flower bed, look like a flower bed, and he can also make himself seem like he's not really there, which ultimately has the power to make others attack their allies, in a sense, because he's confusing them and whatnot. He's such a cruel, cold-hearted bastard, but I just love him because he's a cruel, cold-hearted bastard, but also because of how fucking intelligent he is, alright? So, yeah. It's basically all I have to say about him. I'm not going to reveal his full plan because you really just have to go watch it. And it's not even revealed till Season 3 anyways. I'll probably mention this again in my Season 3 review. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review. My final score of the season is going to be an 8.5 out of 10. it's definitely way better than Season 1, obviously, and yeah, I really loved it. Hope you enjoyed this review. See you after, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.